This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are playing Emergency Power Smothering Tithe in Standard. Yep. Combo, and thank you very much. This deck was brought to my Twitch stream on Thursday, which is a Deck Doctor stream. I look at decks from viewers and make suggestions, and it's a great place to share your lists that you want help with. And this was a list that was sent my way. We made some updates to it. So there are a few different ways to play the combo in this deck. The big one is the end game, where you have Smothering Tithe, which says you get a treasure token, which you can sacrifice for a mana, read as basically a mana, every time that the opponent draws a card, unless they pay 2. Emergency Powers makes both players draw 7 cards. So you get 7 mana, plus you get the addendum to play something for free, and you get 7 of these artifact treasure tokens, which can be sacked for the mana. And the reason that it's important that they're artifact treasure tokens as well is because our win con is actually Tezzeret, the Master of the Bridge, to give them the laser, the +2. X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of artifacts you control, and you gain X life. You know what? You guys can't even see those cards because I keep forgetting. I need to switch it over like here. Then I load up the Easter egg. Black Lotus. See how smart I am? Let's do something like really appropriate. Mishra's Workshop. Easter eggs. Okay. Anyway, makes it all nice and clean, and then when I focus on the cards, you can read them. Oh my gosh, why hasn't he done this the whole time? It's like he doesn't know how YouTube works. But there you go. So yes, 4 Smothering Tithe, 4 Emergency Powers, 2 Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge as our win con. The rest of the deck, well, there is another combo, and one that you need to be aware of. If you have a Narset Parter of Veils on the battlefield, not only does it help stitch your combo together, but it also keeps the opponent from drawing cards off Emergency Powers. So if you have a Narset on the board and you cast Emergency Powers, they only draw 1 card. If you have a Narset on the board and you cast Emergency Powers on their turn, it is an instant, they draw no cards. If you can do this in their draw step, it's gross. But that if you are trying to combo off with Smothering Tithe, you might need to get rid of your Narset first. We actually have a way to do it. In the meantime, though, Teferi Time Raveler and Shatter the Sky are going to keep your opponent from messing with your combo and killing you. Omen of the Sea is going to stitch pieces together. Glass Cask is going to keep you alive while being an artifact to sit on the board for Tezzeret. And Fae of Wishes will hit that sideboard for all kinds of fun toys. A few of these are worth noting. Folio of Fancies, if you have a whole bunch of those treasure tokens lying there, but you don't have the pieces to win, this keeps the cards going while also creating more and more of those tokens for you. I call them treasures. What are they? Yeah, I think they're treasure, token, gold, whatever. Elder Spell. This is a way to remove your Narset. I've had to do this. You fetch the Elder Spell, you blow up your own Narset so that you can use the Emergency Powers to do the combo. It happens. The rest of this stuff, maybe you'll need it. You probably won't. Finale of Revelation is a way to keep the combo going too if you have a bunch of mana but need more cards. Dance of the Manse is a weird alternate win con to get back all the Smothering Ties. Thought Distortion makes way for the combo. Like, maybe you'll use these cards, maybe you won't. I don't know. Let's go. This is nonsense. This would probably fit in Jank Week, but this will be a lot of fun. All right. Yeah, we'll try it. Maybe we'll find another blue with Omen and this Scry from the Temple, and everything will be just beautiful. I do think we can safely bottom that for now. It's a powerful card, but if we don't find our blue sources, we won't be doing much. It's also an interaction piece, so maybe I should have kept it. Normally I bottom things like that really quickly early in the game, but in this hand, who knows? Look at those shadows. Look at that blur animation. All right, well, electrostatic field. Some kind of weird is it nonsense? Is it a nonsense? I'm sure it is. So this can go to the bottom. We already have a win con. We need another blue source. We'll take this one. Do we play a 1/4? Now we don't have to. We can play another Omen. Fairy Time Raveler. How could I ever say no to you? But it's not our combo pieces. Bouncing that field, though, but uses the opponent's mana, and they might throw a point of damage at it. I wonder if I was supposed to play Fae there to have a blocker for these. Improbable Alliance. Well, I'm drawing more bonus cards on this turn than you are. Smothering Tithe, yes. We need that. Oh my gosh, the Tithe is probably going to be very useful against them. Get it down. Get the mana going. Let's go. Big decision. Big decision. Whoa, moving in for it. Yeah, I love it. I love it because they don't have very much mana. So right now, that's a huge cost, probably, to their development, unless their hand is just poopy. Oh, I am not a kind man. I am not a kind magician. Oh, you will give me mana. You will fork over the mana. Good game. What? You don't have to pay. You don't have to. Many decisions. Interesting hand. It's got a lot of pieces, and Teferi is our defense. The great defender of jank, Teferi. Some of you threw up in your mouth a little when I said that. I understand. But I'm going to hold this position until the entire meta is jank. That Teferi defends the jank. Blast of the Guild Pact. Multicolored creatures, +1/+1. Afterlife type deck? Maybe. So there's a Fae of Wishes. It's something we can play, but not something I need right now. It's really something that works best when you can have a lot of mana, cast granted, and do something with it. So it's pretty much a late game card. We got to Shatter the Sky ready, but if the opponent plays Afterlife creatures, Shatter's not very good. Fairy is very good, though, against a Ministrant of Obligation. You want Obligation? I'll give you Obligation. I will smother you in Tithe. I will smother you in Tithe a few times if I can. Obligation returns, no land drop. So they're unlikely to be able to pay these tithes. That player may pay to. Okay. The second player in a row who's just paying when they don't have much mana. But maybe this player doesn't have much to do. They seem certainly more in tune than the last one, who I think thought they had to. That they were required to pay the mana. And thought this card was OP. Now we'll see if this opponent pays 4. I will have my tithes. You will give me the tithes. Mortify. Okay, you'll give me some of the tithes. Understood. Understood. Right. We have enough mana to play Narset and Teferi. We can also play the emergency powers and try to go off, but I think I want to try to go for Narset powers this early in the game when the opponent isn't doing very much. So let's play a Narset. Get down. Ooh, a glass casket can take out the Ministrant completely. I guess I'll try that. And play this tapped. They pay. Okay. And they have an Oligarch. It's a 4/3 Oligarch. That is a boss. What's up, Judy Dench, boss? Activate. There's a Shatter the Sky, another Tithe, and an Omen of the Sea. Let's take the other Tithe. Now we could cast this in their draw step, and that would make it so that they have no cards, but we're pretty far ahead, and we might get another Tithe on the field. I could also play this into Fairy Bounce that Oligarch. I guess that's pretty good.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. No, I am not making this up as I go.
Yeah, there's no pressure on the field, and we've got the Tithes coming. All right, they give me one, they take one away, they play the Oligarch.
Here we go.
Let's play fresh Narset. But we're not going to use it because we just end up shuffling the card away anyway. Go ahead and shock this, and we'll mark their draw step. So they draw, and then these trigger. And we'll do this. We draw 7. They draw none. They already drew one in their draw step. On the bright side, they're probably going to pay for these Tithes. Which maybe we should have waited till after these triggers resolved if we were being a perfectionist here. And good game. Seems a little cheeky. Seems a little cheeky, not gonna lie. Wouldn't blame them one bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are they going to rope it? Oh, no. Don't rope it. Okay, there's payment and kill the Teferi as they can. Oh. Oh, go after Narset. Okay. Well, they good gamed, but they didn't leave.
This might be a bad idea.
So now we want probably the finale. I guess we could get the Folio. Folio, I guess, you know, Folio's sweet. Let's do it. Everybody loves the Folio. So Folio Fancies reads that XX, each player draws X cards. And then there's a 2 and a blue. Each player puts a number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library to their graveyard. So there is a mill win condition when their hand fills. But similar, the combo here with Narset is that the Folio will draw cards for us and none for them. Judy Dench takes Teferi down. All right. So we'll go 1-2. Auto pay that. Narset keeps them from drawing. We get to draw. There is emergency powers. So the question now is, do we want to combo? Do we want our Narset to die so that we can go full combo? I think so. So yeah, let's hold up emergency powers, let the opponent kill the Narset, and then go for busted. Ministrant returns. Narset is dead. And let's do this. Each player draws X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's not use up our temporary mana of the treasures. We'll just do this. Let the cards begin. Oh yeah, it's on now, friends. We want to do the emergency powers in our turn because of addendum. Ooh, it's not a very good pull, but it will be okay. I guess we'll put this out. Oh yeah, bring me the mana. One, two, 14 and 12, so that's 6 and 7, so that's 13, 14, 15. Do it. Oh my gosh, is it really going to go through every individual animation? There should be something to just blow up all of them. It should just go poof. Oh, it should make it rain. Oh my gosh. It should totally make it rain. Yeah, Polio Fancy's in the club, killing our whole turn timer. Ooh-la-wa-wa. Okay, come on. This is annoying because I'm not actually taking any actions. It's like, this is 100% on the game. So there's 30 tokens. This'll do. Here comes the master of the bridge. Are you ready for the laser? Boys and girls, the laser. Thank you to the opponent for playing that out for me. If you're watching, I appreciate you. Give it up for Zerwer in the comments if you enjoyed seeing the combo played out to completion. Yep, pretty easy keep. Shadow of the Sky can keep us alive. Along with Glass Casket, Omen of the Sea will dig. Teferi does things. The tithe is right. The tithe is high, but I'm holding on. The Alliance. This is the second time I've played this style of deck. Running this deck. The matchmaker thinks they are of reasonable quality for each other. But we don't have turn 2 Narset this time, which might make it rough. Turn 2nd Alliance. Oh no, is there an opt? Okay, guess not. They didn't play one. Omen. If they had an opt, they really needed to play it on their turn. And look what's there. It's Narset. Okay, I feel like they have an opt and they played it wrong. Let's find out. Oh my god, they did play it wrong. If they played it on their turn, they get 2 fairies. Oh, I'm just gonna keep this on 5. F's in the comments. Not like this. And there's no way to really tell them. Like, oops is so rude. And they won't even know what I'm talking about. Oh. Oh no, don't use the ability to discard a card. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do no. 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 Oh. Oh, you guys. All right. Kick it over tithe time. They pay up. Everybody pays.
My plan is crystal.
They're discarding their hand. They're just throwing away the... Don't throw away your lives so recklessly. Negate. Well done. No, Faramir. Don't throw away your life so recklessly. Don't do it. Yep, there's a shock. This is why we haven't been ticking it down. All right, you're on the ultimate mode.
This isn't a fight you can win.
We could bounce these, make the opponent replay them. I think I'll bounce Omen of the Sea.
Don't make a match more like it.
All right. Try it up. More land. Untapped land. Trying to think of what I would use it for. I don't think I need it. Want emergency power. What's up with all these people paying their tithes? At least they didn't try to ultimate it. That would have been sad. But they keep discarding. Isn't it a May? Well, you can definitely use the target creature. No, you can't, actually. Wow, they actually have no Mays here. That is rude. I mean, I was being hard on our opponent, but it's actually a game design thing. I feel for them now. I feel for them now. All right, exile your Scion so you don't have to think about that anymore. And that's the end. That's the end. I'm sorry. I said no. Well, this is either a mom of some very young children or counter tribal, and we have a Teferi. Dude, this owl is getting hyped. And we're at Chosen from Death. 2/2 with awesome art that you could get from those festival events. You're going back to the hand, buddy.
I am not going to sit this one out.
The fairy will not be sitting this out.
I have a plan.
Well, we have plenty of land. We don't have a Wrath. Underworld Dreams. That's not good. That's not all right. But I think we proceed forward with our Smothering Tithe. Why is there always some mad lad with an Underworld Dreams ready to go the second I bust out my combos? Timeret returns. Bright side is they took turn 3 to play Underworld Dreams, which means that Teferi's not under a ton of pressure and gets to keep ticking up.
I've got time.
You've got some time. So, Elspeth Conquers Death can get rid of Underworld Dreams, but there's nothing in the graveyard, so I want to wait for my opponent to take care of the Teferi. So I think this turn is going to be the Glass Casket on the Temeret, Chosen from Death, so that it can't... I mean, don't want it. We want something to kill this Teferi, but I prefer it like be a Murderous Rider or something else. This can exile it from the graveyard. And we'll play you. Another Tithe is great. We can take damage for a little while. Let's save the Fae of Wishes also to try to fetch something. There might be multiple Underworld Dreams, and I need... I don't know. There might be a real mess coming our way. There's Erebos, which is only one black source away from turning on. The good news is we can spend a turn. Elspeth Conquers Death the Dreams, and he's unlikely to turn on at all.
Let's try this.
Here's Elspeth Conquers Death. Goodbye, Underworld Dreams. So now our opponent needs to get Devotion up to 5. We'll keep the Omen. Goes well with the Teferi. Another Timeret. I think I might end up legend ruling that. Let me show you what I mean. So this is a trick that not everybody knows, so it's a good thing to show off even if it's not exactly the right play. If we bounce our Glass Casket, it gives the opponent back the Timeret. Since it's legendary, they have to choose one. They only get to keep one. It's funny that it turns this on for a second. And it does trigger this, so they get to draw a card. So again, I'm not sure this is the right play, but it's a really good play to showcase. So they draw their card. They probably pay this Tithe. No, they don't. Okay, they have something that they're thinking about using. Anyway, we play the Glass Casket again because we return it to our hand and we take whichever of the two. And yeah, the opponent's like, nice. And there, we were able to use one Glass Casket to contain 2 legendary creatures. So just fun little trick there if you're ever in that spot. Now, speaking of the spot, we can't get this Teferi off the field, and Elspeth Conquers Death is about to go off. That's a little unfortunate. It means we're not going to get paid for Elspeth Conquers Death on the last chapter. So maybe I should have just minus the Teferi last turn. The perfect play would have been minus Teferi, send it to the graveyard, and return Elspeth Conquers Death for later, so that in the future we get a Teferi. I'm gonna go. Do I hold this? It's kind of free. All right, we'll go for it. Because the opponent will have to pay 2 for one of these, and then it's really like a 1-mana play, which is fine. And there is land there, which I think is all we really want. We just want to cast this emergency powers and try to go off, I think. See you.
This might be a bad idea.
Fetch. Power! By the power of Grayskull. Let's do this. Draw me something nice. The Elspeth Conquers Death is pretty nice. Wah. Trigger, 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 trigger. Now we try to find another emergency powers. The opponent found the resolve all button. It's very handy. I recommend it. Let's go with an Narset. If we find another emergency powers, the opponent's hand will be toast.
Focused and meditate.
Boom.
Prepare.
We also have the Tezzeret, but it's not lethal, right? Oh, it's close, but it's not. All right. So this will make their hand toast and won't refill the Smothering Tithes, but it'll leave us in a pretty good... It'll leave us in an amazing spot, quite frankly. And we found it 2 Tezzerets. Epic. And next turn, double Tezzeret will be lethal.
My artifacts give them strength.
So it's not the one-shot combo, but I think that having the Narset plan makes it a little more versatile. Whereas sometimes you can just wipe out their hand position. You can always avoid playing the Narset if you don't want to do that. But I think having 2 of the combos in one makes for a stronger deck overall. I love how this is just 2 mana, but we don't want to play it yet. We want to give them the laser.
This is charming.
And give them another laser. Back. Yeah. Words? Editor, cut that. Reboot. Back for the post-match discussion. And what's going on with this deck? It is meaner than I thought it was. I felt kind of bad for the things I did to opponents. Narset in particular is a very mean Magic card. And if you cut it from the deck, the combo is a little bit cleaner in that you're not conflicted over what to do as often, but I still think it's the better way to go. This deck, for me, if you like being a little bit of evil and a combo player, this deck is very fun. And I wouldn't change anything from my version from the main deck, except maybe fluctuating the amounts of glass caskets that we run based on, are we playing against aggro? Is that a normal thing in the meta? What's going on in the aggro world? And usually it's much more aggressive than what we saw today. Speaking of what we saw today, this deck is... It's getting paired against some decks that I would think might be new player experience decks, might be incomplete collections. It's definitely not getting paired against the traditional tier 1 stuff, so I feel a little bad about that, but at the same time, I'm confident I would not play this in ranked, that it would be a very bad time. I'm confident this won't beat red on most days, ever. I'm confident this won't beat any kind of Bant or Teamer Adventure or Teamer Reclamation. I think it would need perfect draws to even compete in those spaces. So maybe I'm wrong. If any of you play this in ranked and have success, please let me know in the comments. If any of you want to build a best of 3 version with a sideboard, you can leave that in the comments. I would definitely start with some cards that attack the hand like Duress and protect the combo like Dovin's Veto if you're going down that road. And with that said, I think we can leave it there. So thank you for watching this video, and as always, I will see you in the next video. And speaking of next video, there will of course always be a daily standard video here on this channel, but if you want more things along the lines of historic and brawl, I have a second channel, CGB Gaming. I'm trying to update more frequently. It's rebranded free-to-play account, though I might do the latest new player experience on there. I'm not sure. Let me know in comments if you want me to do the new player experience just as a backup video, not in replacement of other videos, as a bonus. And yeah, if you're looking for more of my historic brews and more of my brawl nonsense, make sure you check out CGB Gaming. You can search for CGB Gaming. I'll try to remember to put a link in comments. Remind me if I forget to put it there. I'm not always great at remembering to log in and enter that stuff in comments. I'm actually not even great at remembering what I said in my video that I was going to do. Professional YouTuber. But yeah, check out CGB Gaming for more nonsense. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.